Have you ever wanted to turn your artwork into a greeting card to offer as a product to your customers, but you don't have the overhead or the space for that kind of inventory? Well, let me introduce you to Dropship Partners, online companies that print your products on demand. I'm going to show you how to turn your artwork into a greeting card that you can add to your online store right now as a dropship product. You want to take your artwork and scan it into a computer. I'm using a Windows Fax and Scan application, and I'm going to create a new scan. You can see my scanner source. It's a photo from the flatbed. I'm going to scan it as a JPEG today. And I'm going to set the DPI, which is dots per inch, to 600. 300 is minimum, but I like to bump it up a little bit. I just did a quick preview. There's my file. And now I'm going to scan, which will take a few minutes, but I've sped it up for the sake of the video. Now I have my file. I'm just going to move it to an accessible place. And there's my JPEG, all ready to go. Because I copied it out of a spiral bound sketchbook, I'm going to just use the Photos app on my Windows computer to crop down to eliminate that spiral sidebar. Now I've already made a scan copy of this document, so I have two of them on my desktop now. I'm going to start with Art of Wear. This is a dropship company based in Canada, and I'm going to load their design lab, choose stationery card. Here's some of the specifications of what kind of file you need. And I'm going to create new. After the design lab loads, you can see the orientation is on landscape. I prefer to work on portrait because I get more surface area on the computer. I'm going to upload my image. There it is, floating florals. And then once it loads, I'm going to click on the image to add it to my design. There it is. It's a little big, as you can see. There's a delete and a rotate and a scaling button. Each of them are in different corners. I'm going to use the scale to get it down to the front side of my card. You can see I'm trying to cover both the white and the red area because the red area may or may not be cropped in or out depending on how it prints. Now you can see that it wants me to cover the entire area of this card, and because I want the back to remain white, I've just created a white blank page that I'm going to upload and add to my design. So click on the image. You can see that there's a flag. It says that my white page is not the right DPI, so I'm trying to rotate and scale it down. until that little yellow flag in the side or the red X here goes away. So here we're going to scale again because it says it needs to be higher than 300. And even though this is a white page, it's still reading the DPI. You can see those numbers are going up. Oh, and we're in the green. So I'm going to scroll this over, butt it up to the edge of my photo, and then I'm going to duplicate this layer and just puzzle piece my little white sheet together. Now watch, it says not covered right now, and now there's a nice green check mark saying the template is covered, and now I'm allowed to save my product where I wasn't able to do that before. Now I want to put some words on here, the name and my name as the artist. So I have another white card that I created in Microsoft Word and just scaled up really big so that I could scale it down to a good resolution. See there, I'm in the green on those check marks. I'm holding down my shift key so that it rotates properly. Nice and square right in the corner. Now I'm going to take a look at the different sides of it. You can see this rendering on the side where you can flip to the different views. And go ahead and save this product. And there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and enter a design name similar to what I would want if I were in the online store. So the name of the art, the size of the card, and then we'll go ahead and click save. My design was successfully saved. You can add it to your Art of Wear store. I've never sold anything from it, but they give you the option. You can order this product yourself. They sell it to you, the creator, at wholesale, but you do have to order a minimum of so many items. You can see it generates some pretty nice images of your card ahead of time. And then there's also a photo lab where you can download these images for yourself to use for your marketing. You can play with the different backgrounds that they offer, or you can even upload your own. Just for kicks, I'm going to upload the same exact image of my artwork to this, which is going to look a little bit crazy. Yep, there we go. Overload. We'll go back to the regular default. You can also scale the size of your image on this generator and move on to the next step. There is a feature here to add text to your image, like if you wanted to put sizes or describe some part of it. For some reason, I couldn't type anything into this on this particular day when I was creating my card. It kept giving out different shortcuts to the website, and since I really didn't want any words on top of my design, I just skipped it. You can also add your partner's logo, Art of Wear, if you want your customers to know where they'll be receiving their card from. And then it gives you a couple options here. You can share it straight onto Pinterest. I have my Pinterest linked here to one of my art boards, so we'll just go ahead and share that. Yay, I created a pin. And then you can go ahead and download the image as well. Say you wanted to use this on social media or some other form of marketing that's not automatically linked here, like Instagram. And there you go. I'm going to exit the design lab because I want to go over to my account. You can see here I have played around with quite a few cards from other designs, and there's the one that I just created. It says that it's in my Art of Wear store, Floating Florals. And I've also linked my Etsy shop to my Art of Wear store. You just have to go through a process, which it's having me redo for some security features. And these are the listings that are live in my Etsy store. The process to link to Etsy through Art of Wear is several steps. You have to create the listing on Etsy and then link it back to your Art of Wear store. You can see this one says synced. This is one I created previously in Etsy, and then I linked it back to Art of Wear, so when someone orders it, they come through Art of Wear. The next partner I'm going to show you is Printify. Printify is also a dropship partner that works with different vendors who fulfill the orders. I'm going to just search card in this website and choose from one of these 3 vendors who would supply a greeting card print on demand service. This is simply 8 pieces. I believe it's a 4x5 inch card with envelopes. And I'm going to start designing. You can see it loads here one direction, and I'm just going to add my design from my device, and we'll go ahead and upload my image again. Nice thing is it adds your designs to a file library, so if you want to come back to it, it stays uploaded in your library. And we'll just align it here and sync it up a little bit. You can use these buttons of alignment, like if I want it in the center for sure, or I want it butted up exactly to the edge. I want mine a little bit off the center. There it is. And there we go. And I'm just going to add a layer because I want to put my words in here, my byline and the name of the work. Now you don't have to cover every inch of this on Printify, just whatever you want to. We'll use the side scaling button to bring it down. I believe I'm holding the control button on Printify to keep it square. There we go. And we'll just bring that down here. Alright, there we go. And there's your card. We'll save this product. And we'll talk about that later. And there's my greeting cards. You have the option to go in and edit your listing. It gives you several different generated images again of your product. It usually gives you something in context, which is a nice feature, but I want the front of this card as my main image. Product description, you can edit the title. And this title is exactly what would appear on your online store if you were to sync it up. After you've added all of the details to your Printify description, chosen a price, you can sync your Etsy store directly to Printify, and just by hitting the Publish button, it will appear in your Etsy store for purchase. Whenever anyone orders the product, you can either set it to automated order, so it just goes through immediately and you settle up your accounts later, or you can have it be a manual process where you approve the order before it goes out to your dropship partner. So I showed you two different websites, Art of Wear and Printify, how to scan in your art design and create a card and listing for your online store.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Rebe. Thanks for watching my video today. I am a nature-inspired artist based in St. Paul, Minnesota. I love to translate the light and the colors and the feels that I get when I'm surrounded by nature and trees. While this is not my first time ever making art, this is the first time I am stepping out in a creative venture, and I'd like to invite you along for the process. Thank you for watching.